And another thing, I am now tired at this point of constantly hearing older people now saying it's our fault. We voted for that government. First of all, I've never voted for the ANC. I've never voted for the DA. I've never voted for the EFF. Okay? I've never done any of that. I just recently left school like 2 years ago. Okay? And when did we vote? Was it last year or so? Now, when you look at it, are any of these three parties, the top three, have they done any good? Do you think, just from looking, that either three of them, either one of them is gonna make a difference? Because one, the one that's like a majority black, screwed up the country. Like, things are so bad right now. You cannot keep blaming young people who are just now leaving school for the mess you let happen, the mess you created because you like the benefits you were getting from that particular political party. You like the fact that, oh, you were getting hampers, you were getting free t-shirts, and that was enough for you to sell the future of this generation. Like, you just sold everything. Like, you were fine with it, and it sucks because now you're choosing that to now place the blame on the young people, making it their fault. There's nothing to do out here nowadays. There's literally nothing. Even if you go to school, you can have like 3, 4, 5 degrees. Unless you're really connected or really know someone, or you have that particular job that is like an extreme requirement in the economy, then you will be lucky enough to get it. But other than that, that's it. No, like that's completely it. And I've noticed that in a lot of videos that speak about issues like this, there will always be that one adult in the comments blaming young people, saying it's what they voted for. Yet a majority of young people have just now left school. A majority of them have never even gone to a voting station. They have never even put any vote in a ballot. They have never done that. But you are choosing to place the blame on everyone else except for yourselves. Now look, everything is a mess. They'd rather blame white people. They'd rather blame foreigners. They'd rather blame illegal immigrants. Yet, they aren't causing the majority of the problems. Like, they're honestly not. You can disagree if you want. It's fine. But let's be honest. Black people are ruining the economy. The South African economy is getting ruined by black old people that are choosing not to get out of power. How many? I'm sorry. Has a minister ever actually gotten fired or retired? Unless they were like really old, or do they just keep shuffling things up and changing things up? One moment, Eji Motsecha is the Minister of Education. Next, she's the Minister of Transport. Maybe next, who knows? She'll be the Minister of Police. We don't know. They just rotate. And how old are they? You can even tell that they're tired. But hey, the money is so good, they can't seem to let it go. Everyone keeps saying that young people should take charge, but what will they take charge of? Where will they even start fixing anything here? You will keep saying young people should rise up. Rise up for what? Yeah, young people do not care. Nowadays, they'd rather stay inside. They would rather watch movies, rather go out and hang out with friends. They are choosing to not concern themselves with the matters of this country and at this point because it's bad. Like, at this point, it's like, why should I fix something I didn't break? No, really, like, that's what every young person is saying. Why should I fix something I didn't break? I'd rather live my life to the best of my ability, but I'm not gonna go out of my way and take the blame for something I was even too young. I was too young to even control. Now, at this point, tell me, how are you gonna keep blaming young people? I've seen so many people say young people are lazy, they're not driven because you suck the life out of them. They You suck the entire life out of them and they don't want to bother themselves with anything anymore. Young people don't care. It's only a few that will go out of their way to say something, but even then, what's the point of saying something? Because yes, it reaches the right audience, particularly us. It reaches us, but where do you even start? Because it's all the way at the top. How are you gonna start fixing something like that? Because firstly, they created a game. And then they created rules only they can understand. And then they keep changing the rules to the point where you can't even keep up with the game. So you have no choice but to quit. And then that's what happened for so many years. So many people just quit the game because they didn't understand the rules. And then the people that made the game just carried on messing things up while playing the game. And they're not letting go anytime soon. And then in turn, they'll just say, oh, but you shouldn't have quit the game. Or, hey, the rules aren't too hard to understand. But you keep changing them. How can I understand something you keep changing? So now, you can get as much education as you want. A lot of young people are actually choosing their education route. Like, they actually want to learn. But what's the point of learning if all you're gonna have is just a degree? At this point, does degree even have a weight as compared to a few years ago? Like, does it have carry the exact same weight, or is it kind of like at this point, oh yeah, I have a degree, so you know this person studied for that, but where are they gonna use it? Because I think you have a better chance of just starting your own business as compared to looking for a job. Because even then, they'll put out fake applications, knowing very well that they're not gonna hire you, and you will spend so much time prepping your CV and all of that, putting in your qualifications. You're not gonna get anything out of it. And then another thing, there's also the thing with ASA Youth. They'll tell you to apply for jobs there. And then there've been multiple women that have come out saying that that is like, what's this, a trafficking ring? Where you will go there by yourself and you may never come back. So at this point, are they even trying? No, like, let's be honest, are they even trying at this point? Because now it's getting really obvious that they just keep moving the goalposts. They move the goalposts, they change the rules, and then they get mad when you don't want to play anymore. In fact, they don't get mad. They like the fact that you don't want to play anymore because then you won't oppose them. Yes, you'll cry about it, but then nothing will actually change. I mean, that's just the reality of things that a lot of us now have to understand. I mean, it's sad, truly. Like, I can't imagine how many young people at this moment in time are just sitting at home doing nothing. Yes, there's still a few of us that are actually lucky enough to keep going forward, education wise, but then what about the rest? Because you can't say, oh, they should keep studying. Not everyone is gifted the same intellectually. Not everyone is. Some are more creative than others, some are more academic than others. So then, when you base everything on academics, what happens to the ones that are creative? They are left out. Like, they have nothing much to do. They, honestly, at this point, we just keep watching. Yeah, we just have to keep watching from the sidelines because it's like they say, ignorance is bliss. When you ignore all the problems around you, hey, at least maybe you won't have a mental breakdown from all the mess. Like that's the best way to look at it. And if you do look into things, you want to keep knowing more and more, and then it will just get more and more depressing because you realize that they do not have the good of the country in mind. As long as they keep getting however amount they have, you are just a statistic to them. You're just a number. Whether things work out like at school or what, they don't care. Whether their like misuse of funds results in a business getting shut down, which can result in you or your parents losing jobs, they don't care because hey, they got something in their pockets. They'll keep saying that they assigned a particular amount of money to a particular department, but then a few weeks, months later, the funds are gone. No one knows where. And even if they look into it, oh, we don't know where the funds are. We don't know where to look. At this point, people should realize that they are just playing in our face. Like they're not even hiding it anymore. They just it's like they putting they swinging the answer right in front of our face because they know that no one's gonna actually do anything about it. And if someone does something about it, what happens to them? I mean, it's really sad. Like it's really sad. But we just have to hope for the best at this point.